Question number 1. So we add them together. On the top we have 12 over 9 minus 9 over 12. That became 4 over 3 minus 3 over 4. And that is 16 minus 9. Common denominator is 12, and that is 7 over 12. So the answer is C. Question number 2. So Josanna has already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests, and her goal is to get a better average, 3 points more than she had so far with her next test. So what's the minimum test score she should get to get that? So 2 steps. First, we want to see what is the current average. So we have 90 plus 80 plus 60, 70 plus 60 plus 85 divided by, that's 5 subjects, right? So that gives us, let's calculate that. So it's 170 plus 130 plus 85 plus divided by 5, right? And that is 385 divided by 5. That is 77. Now, when she took the next test, let's the score will be next test, right? The score will be X. So the total, the average with that test score included would be 5 subject. She took before times 77 plus X, and the average is will be over 6 tests. That she wished to get 77, which she had before, and with 3 points more, that is 80. Right, so that's the equation we need to solve. So we have 385 plus X equal to 6 times 80, which is 480. So X would equal to 480 minus 385. That is 95. That's the score she needs for the 6th test to have 3 points better in average. And the answer is E. Question number 3. At a store, when the length is reported as x inch, that means the length is at least x minus 5 minus 0.5 inch, and at the most x plus 5 inch. So the dimension, the question is, suppose you have a rectangular, right, and was reported the dimension as 2 and 3. What in square inches, what is the minimum area for the rectangle? And we, by the given conditions, so this 2, the minimum could be 2 minus 0.5 inch, and this 3 inch, the minimum could be 3 minus 0.5, right? So the smallest we can get is 2 minus 0.5 times 3 minus 0.5. That's the area of smallest we can get, equal to 1.5 times 2.5. So we have that equal to 2.3. We have 25, right? Hold on, 25, 15. You have 25, then 25. So it's 3.75. The answer square inch is A. Question number 4. So we had Leroy and Bernardo went on a week-long trip and they agreed to share the cost evenly. So a week later, each of them paid the various expenses, and at the end, it was Leroy paid some dollar, let's say $8, right? And Bernardo paid B dollar, and A less than B. How much Leroy has to give to Bernardo so that they pay the expense equally, right? So for this problem, okay, you can think of the, let's say he paid, for example, $10, and Bernardo paid more, right? So far, let's say $20. So to make them pay even, Leroy has to give how many dollars to Bernardo? So one way you can think of, give them 5, right? $5 to, like, to Bernardo, and what that leaves us, Leroy actually paid $15, and Bernardo paid $20 before. Now he got $5 back from Leroy, right? So Bernardo actually paid 20 minus 5, which is us 15, right? So the answer would be here, Leroy should pay the half of the difference, that is B minus A divided by 2. Then you can verify by doing this. Whatever Leroy paid would be this, be A plus the difference of half a difference. This is for Leroy, and for the Bernardo would be B minus what Leroy gave to him, and both are equal. So the answer would be C in this case. Question number 5. So we have two positive integers, A and B are greater than 0, and Ron is doing multiplication of A and B, but it switched the digits of A. A is, by the way, 2 digits. Let's say A equal to XY, and the erroneous, the wrong product was 161. So instead of doing, XY, now this is digits, right, times B, he did YX, right, 2 digit reverse, times B, and that gave him 161. Now the question is, what is this? A times B, right? So there are several ways you can solve this problem, but one way is you look at what are the, because we have at least 2 factors here, right, on the left side. So let's look on the right side. How can we find the factors of 161. So of course you can say 1 is a factor, right? But 1 is not very helpful. Could it be then another factor is like 20, let's say 23 and 7. 7 times 23 is 161, and there's no other prime factors, right? So that looks the possibility here, right? We can have this to be 23, or this to be 7, or this to be 7, and this is 23. I think the problem given here implies y equal cannot be 0. In other words, the reverse of a, the digits of a, still are 2 digits, and if that's our assumption, then we know this would be the solution. That means x, y, 2 digits equal to 32, right? And 32 times b, which is 7, equal to 224. The answer is E. Now if we allow y to be 0, which is not very clear from reading here, and let's say xy is a 2 digits, which means x is not 0, right? This is a y can be anything here, right? But if we allow y equal to 0, this we discussed earlier, if we allow y to be 0, then we would have this as another solution for the problem. In this case, we have xy, a equal to 70, and a times b equal to 70. In this case, b equal to 23, right? And it will be 70 times 23, so the answer would be 1890. But that's not one of the choices given from A to E, so we should consider E as the answer. And to be complete, of course, you can consider other scenarios, like you have this to be a or yx. Actually, this could be yx, right? And this to be, this together, this could be b, right? So you have yx and a b, right? Continue. You can this to be 1, and this to be 23 times 7 equal to 161. Then you could say, oh, y equal to 0, x equal to 1, and so xy would be equal to 10. And you can have a times b, in this case will be 10 times 161 would be 1610, right? But again, this is not what given as a one of the possible. You can choose from A to E, so the final answer is E.